Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etiquette, and welcome to another Sunday live stream to talk about teaching. So, guys, this is a channel we talk about teaching, we talk about activities, resources, tips. So if you have any questions, if you want to share an experience, please put it in the comments below. And I'm just going to talk about what I think about it and what's been going on with the channel. So please join. And actually, today is a very interesting today is a very interesting live stream because for the first time, I'm going to try and get individual guests to join. So I'm going to post a link. If you are interested in joining and chatting with me one-on-one, you can just click on the link and join. Throughout the episode, I'm going to post the link and you are welcome to join. But first, let's quickly see who's here. First, my dad was number one. Dad, welcome. Hi, good day, teachers of the world. Aurelio. Hi, Eric. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing, Aurelio? It's nice to see you again. Abhilasha. Good evening. How are you doing? Okay, everyone, I'm going to share the link. And if you want to join and chat to me, if your video is working and your mic's working and you've got a good internet connection, please join and you can chat. And I think it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to post the link. This is the first time I'm doing it, so please be patient. You'll see it says there HTTPS StreamYard. So just copy that, put it into your browser if you want to join me. Obviously, if there are too many people joining, I'm going to pick people that I know, and I'm going to try and give everyone a chance that wants to join. Otherwise, if nobody wants to join me, it'll just be me chatting. Let's see who made it here. Abhilasha, good evening. Rona's tips. Can you give me a challenger activity on Modals? Well, that's very specific, Rona. Let me think about it. Okay, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to quickly go and look for. I'm trying to think of some of the activities I have for. Let me think about it, and I'll get back to that now. So using Modals, very important. I know that a lot of my students have trouble with it too. Hello, Teresa from Krakow, Poland, right? Krakow is Poland. I hope I'm right. I'm going to feel very silly if it's not. Merudis, hi from Japan. Hello, Merudis. Nice for you to join us. Say, how are you, teacher? I am fantastic now that I'm talking to you guys. I had a busy weekend. I went out last night very late. A friend came to visit me, one of my friends, a Turkish friend, and we went out. We had a very late night, had a good time, but now it's getting more and more difficult to have these late nights. I don't think I've got many left in me. Claire, good evening, Eric. Claire, it is a pleasure to have you. Yeah, it's okay. Rona's, I'll definitely think about it. Rona, Modals, that's kind of important, I was teaching it the other day where we were talking about rules, right? So I think if we talk about modal verbs, you can have can, should, must, have to. And I think these are very useful when we kind of talk about making rules, So I ask my students to think about what rules do they have at home, right? What rules do they have on the road? What rules are there in school? And then I explain the difference between can, may, must. And then I also explain shall. I feel like, even though no one actually uses shall anymore apart from the English, I think most people just use will. But I think it's still important and interesting to teach our students it. But an activity to do it, I'll think about it a little bit, Rona. Let's see, Sagittarius, nice to have you. Oh, we've got our first viewer. I'm going to let Teresa join now. Teresa, I can see you. Let me just quickly read who's here. I'm so excited. The first guest on the show. Well, I've had guests that I interviewed, other teachers, but this, it's going to be a little bit different. Azu, hi from Azerbaijan. Actually, I made another friend from Azerbaijan. Andrew, what's the topic for today? Actually, Andrew, I'm inviting people to come and join. I put the link in the comments. I'm going to interview some teachers. Teresa's going to be first. She's the first one here. Zed, good evening, everyone. How are you, Eric? Nice to see you. Yeah, actually, I was wearing a cap, so that's why my hair is very flat today. I think it looks good. Sai kantua tuya. Hello, hi. And for Keto, hi, my dear Eric. Hello, everyone. Happy to see you. Ready to take good tips from you. I hope we can. Okay, everyone, without further ado, let's welcome our very first guest that I don't think I've ever met. And it is Teresa. Hi, Teresa.
Hello, Eric. Yes, we have never met. You are right. So,
Teresa, how are you today?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. What about you?
I'm good. A little bit tired, but so excited to chat to you. So tell me, where are you from?
Yes, I'm from Krakow. So you was right. Krakow,
It's
of
Poland?
course, is in Poland. Yes,
Wow.
definitely. Yeah, Krakow is the second biggest city in Poland, and I think it's the most popular tourist destination.
I've heard so many good things. So Teresa, tell us a little bit about yourself.
At first, I would like to say that I'm a very big fan of English language. I see everyone can see I'm an older person, so I'm retired since 2018. So I decided to refresh and improve my English skills, especially speaking and listening skills. Because when I was at school, we had only a book, and the book didn't say anything to us. So I didn't have any opportunity to speak to or listen to native or non-native speakers, people speaking English. So for me, it's a great opportunity to join. I belong to a few groups on Zoom.
Have you joined the chat box group?
Here?
So there's a group on Facebook that actually they also have live chats where they get together and they chat.
No, I'm afraid I didn't know about
it. It's a great group where they get together and they chat on there. Okay, you're very well spoken. So I must say the way that you're dedicated to the English language is fantastic. So what is your job? What did you do?
So as I mentioned, I'm retired, but
yeah.
Sorry, but I worked as an accountant in an office for a few years.
Wow, okay.
And also I was a teacher at primary school, but not for a very long time. To be honest, it wasn't my cup of tea. but it happened that my husband was a teacher at primary school in the village for many years, and I just was asked to take some lessons.
Okay. Well, how was it being married to a teacher? Because that's something not a lot of us know. I think, when I've seen teachers, they're always busy and they do their thing, but sometimes it's difficult to imagine what a teacher's partner goes through.
Sorry, could you? I didn't catch. Sorry.
How was it being married to a teacher?
I think it was quite good because my husband was a PE teacher, so he didn't have a lot of work after lessons, but he had to prepare a lot of competitions, and but it's difficult to talk about it because my husband passed away many years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You didn't know, of course, but it's a little bit painful.
Well, Teresa, we've got a lot of teachers out there, and do you have some advice that you can share with the teachers out there? Because we've got some teachers watching, and I like just giving them some ideas. Do you have anything you would like to share with them?
Eric, I should explain. I wasn't an English teacher.
It's fine. It doesn't need to be teaching advice, but life advice is also good.
But because I was living in the village near Krakow for a very long time, I was able to help children. I mean, mainly the teachers' children. My husband. Yeah. So, so I think that the most important is to be dedicated, to be devoted to a language, to have a motivation. Now someone asks me why I'm, at my age, why I'm learning or refreshing or something like that, and I would say I don't need English for my work because I'm retired. I don't have to pass any English exams, but I just learn because I want to do it. It's a kind of entertainment for me, just for fun, for pleasure. That's all. And for me, it's the best motivation, because if you don't like something, it's difficult to do it just in a right.
Well, I'm going to. I think that's really important. Finding that internal motivation to do things. Exactly. Sometimes it's very difficult to find reasons to do things and to push ourselves. But how did you get this love for English when you first started? Was there something that happened when you were younger? Did you just fall in love with the language? Yeah. What is that? What do you think started this passion? And that's my final question to you.
Yeah, I think everything started when I was teenager. I liked listening to music very much, but I didn't understand the lyrics, of course. It's obvious, yeah. So it was maybe not the most important, but one of my reasons to learn, to learn. I always dreamed about traveling, but it wasn't possible for me because my dad was an officer in Polish army. So, because of the political situation, we weren't allowed to go to any foreign, mainly Western countries, to be honest. So when we visited Hungary, East Germany, Czechoslovakia, it's a little bit weird, maybe. So one of the most dreams for me was to attend English school in London. I mean Callan School in Oxford Street. But of course it wasn't possible. It wasn't possible, as I said, and later, I have different issues. I got married, had children, and so on. But in 1996, I went to London for 2 months, and I was terrified. I couldn't afford. For a flight ticket because it was too expensive for me. So I traveled for about 26 hours by coach. And when I got off the coach at Victoria Station in London, I was terrified because I couldn't understand anything. So I thought I was learning English for a few years. Why I don't understand anything? It's terrible. And then I decided that one day, if I had an opportunity, I learn English as much as possible, of course, for me. But the most important is to understand and to be understood.
Very important. Well, Teresa, I'm going to cut you short there. I just want to say thank you so much for being the very first viewer to come on. And it's lovely hearing your story. And I think so. I got my pen and paper, and every time I listen, I write down some ideas of what you were saying about language learning. Thank you so much for joining. And I would suggest checking out on Facebook. There's a group called Chatbox, and they actually have live sessions where people join. Teresa, have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, the same to you. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Okay, guys. Yeah, this is the first time we're doing this. I hope you all are excited as I am. This is the first time I'm trying something new and inviting some viewers to join. I see we already have Aurelio here. He's waiting. I'm just first going to talk a little bit about language teaching. So I wrote down some ideas of what Teresa was talking about. And she mentioned that she is studying English now, even though she's retired. She doesn't need to take a test, but she has developed a love for it. And we can basically construct we can deconstruct that and think about how can we motivate our students in the classroom. And I wrote some things down. She was listening to music. She was traveling to some places in the future she was thinking about traveling to England. So when we talk to our students, especially if it's ESL, if we're teaching students like I'm teaching in South Korea, if you're teaching in another country and it's not their native language, you're teaching them and preparing them. You should really try and tap into their motivations. If it's music, games, if it's pop culture, you have to make it interesting for them. And also, you have to, I think I made a video about how to motivate students, and that's definitely in there. So let's quickly continue. I'm going to get to you now, Aurelio. First, Sylvania, I'm here because I really appreciate this practice in the language learning opportunity. I'm graduating at the end of the semester, so I need to be prepared to teach effectively. Sylvania, I always say this to all the viewers. If you join because you're trying to find out more information and you're trying to learn, I already know that you're going to be a great teacher because you're looking for new information. Not many people do that. I read this interesting statistic that many people, if most people, when they start doing a job, they don't even read 3 books about it. If you read 3 books about your profession, you are better than 90% of other people who practice it. So if you're actually on YouTube or on Facebook and you found me, it's because you're trying to find some tips. And I'm not saying I'm a master teacher, but I do like to share some ideas. So congratulations that you're here. Renoa, it's evening now here in the Philippines, and I'm sorry I couldn't make it up to the end. Oh, Rona, sorry so much for this. I will think about modals in the future. She asked me about modals. Actually, I'll tell you guys in a second, I am making some exciting videos. This Tuesday, I need to edit. I'm bringing out summer activities, and every week I'm bringing out something else. Luza is here, and Fakito. Oh, Eric, I couldn't take your invitation because of the computer. Okay, definitely. Fakito, I'm just going to add the link. I'm just trying this out. Ashwani, hi, I'm Indian. I'm really well. Okay. Now, everyone, this is very new. I'm just trying this out, and we have our next viewer, and it is Aurelio. Aurelio, hi.
Hi, Eric. Good morning. Here it's 8:15 in the morning. So good morning.
In Mexico.
Yeah, I am from Mexico, and I live in a state that is called Colima, and my city is Manzanillo.
Okay, so how are you today? Did you have a nice weekend so far?
Well, as I told you, here it's so early in the morning, so I just wake up a couple minutes, like 30 minutes before. So
you look amazing. You look amazing for someone who just woke up. You look really good.
yeah, because I have all the attitude to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
Excellent. To be honest. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Aurelio.
A little about what? Excuse me?
About yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a 35-year-old guy. I'm Mexican. I like teaching, of course. I work as an English teacher here in a high school here in Manzanillo. I love what I do. I really enjoy teaching. I love my students. I really, really, really want to go back to the classroom and see them face to face, of course. Or I hope that happens really soon. And I would like to say that since I'm watching your videos, your tips, and since I'm following your tips that you gave us to all of us, I really feel like I am more confident. I have like more experience, and I feel like my classes are more complete, and that that is great because that's something that I really want to achieve on life. I'm still learning a lot of stuff about the language, and I'm an English teacher now, but I want to become better. I'm not going to say that I'm the best of the best here, but I want to be at least one of the best English teachers here in this small city where I live.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I think that's brilliant. That's exactly what we want, And I found with many viewers on the show, they also say, what they're trying to improve, and we should have that desire to be the best at whatever we're doing. So that's fantastic. So you're teaching high school right now. Let me ask you, what challenges do you think are you facing right now, except for the distance teaching? What challenges do you think do you have right now that you're trying to improve or get better at?
Well, I think that the biggest challenge that I've been facing is that situation that since we are not face to face with my students, sometimes it's complicated for me try to explain something that they don't understand, and situations that are better to explain when you are face to face with them. And so some of them doesn't have a good internet connection, and that makes me do my classes a little bit shorter. As you can see, back to me is my whiteboard. I'm working from home as all of us, so that could be the biggest challenge that I've been facing. But I try to make everything the most similar, like if we are in the same classroom. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a challenge, suddenly having to go online. I still maintain that I think it's a good thing that we're learning we were forced to learn these new skills. And in the future, when things go back to normal, we might start using some of these techniques that we've learned. I think we're better teachers for it. So, for example, you're saying it's some of the things that we used to do in class work well, and then when we try and do it on video, it kind of falls flat. So we're kind of we have to adapt in the way that we teach many things. And I think doing that and learning how to change a few things happens. But even, I think even in normal classes, sometimes you teach a lesson and it falls flat, and you kind of think, okay, how can I change this and prepare? And what about you? Do you have any questions for me? Anything you would like to talk about?
Yeah, I have a question. I've been thinking about it and all these days. And will be, how do you think will be the situation when we came back to the classroom? With what advice give to us to when we back to the classroom? How do you think it's going to be?
That's a fantastic question. I really like that question. Well, so what happened with us? We were online, and then we started hybrid lessons where we have to teach online and in real class. And I was actually thinking about doing real classes. I think the first thing is everything is new for the students and it's new for us. So my main focus is to create a sense of excitement of being back at class, to get the students motivated and enjoying class, that they know that this is where they belong, So I really wanted to ramp up the energy and to make them feel like they're part of a group again, instead of just separated in behind a TV screen. Because remember, these kids also missed out on socializing. So what I immediately brought into my classes is I tried to, around all my activities, do something where the students really communicate with each other. And we do that anyway, but my focus was for them to make friends and to get to know each other very quickly and do that through language. So I would say is once you restart class, try and have activities that, are really social in nature, and let the students also share things about their lives. What I talk about a lot is I do activities where students interview each other in groups or in pairs, and then they talk about their friend. And that way, the students get a chance to talk about a friend, and they get to know each other that way too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Aurelio, it's so nice having you. I think you joined the last week or two as well. It's so nice having you, and I'd love to chat to you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Have a great day, and it's only morning, so you're going to have a productive and fun day.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Aurelio.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Aurelio. That was fantastic. I feel like it's usually this is the first time that I'm kind of changing and inviting people. So I think it's going fantastic. And I just want to say thank you to everyone out there watching and supporting. For me, it's also something new doing this. Uida, hi, how are you doing? So you asked me about a demo lesson. I did a demo lesson, an online lesson a while ago. I did it in real life, and I explain what I did there too. It's not my best video, but maybe you can get an idea of how it works. So I put it here. Give me a second. I'm just going to paste it in here. So this is my real demo lesson. Don't be shocked. My hair is very short. I kind of shaved it off. And I did this demo lesson to get a job doing some online work. But so it went really well, I think. But it's real life, so I was sweating a lot. Luza Ang, yes, motivation is basic to teach and maintain the students' interest. At the moment, I'm teaching 3 adults that are willing to move to Canada. My first motivation activity was a document about their work experiences. So they've read, translate, and made a personal comment about. I think it fell off. But Luza Ang, that's perfect. So basically, you're working with students that want to travel to Canada, and you're basically saying, listen, if you get to Canada, you have to talk about your work experience if you want to do that. So write that document, translate it, and work at it. It's a funny thing, if you tell me, Eric, I want you to study some Korean about teaching just for fun. I would, maybe I will look at some vocabulary and I would watch something. I wouldn't really be motivated. But if you came to me and you said, Eric, you have to go and do a presentation in front of 100 teachers. Most of it should be in Korean, and you've got a week to prepare. You know what I'm doing that week? I'm motivated. I'm studying everything I can about the subject, the vocabulary. I'm practicing. I'm writing out scripts. I'm memorizing things. I'm getting into conversations with teachers in Korean. So it's very important for our students to understand why that is. Now, sometimes you tell me, Eric, it's easy if you have adult students that want to get a job. But how can I motivate kids or teenagers to study for something they might not use? And so many math teachers have to go through it, and science teachers, if they have students, they say, oh, why should we study math, or why should we study science? We have to understand that this motivation that most people have, this internal motivation like Teresa has, usually it is that we get that from a very early age, because a teacher introduced something and we enjoyed it, or somebody encouraged us. Maybe our parents or a friend said, oh, Eric, you're really good at English. And then I'm like, oh, that's nice. And now to prove myself, I'm going to continue doing that. And that's the idea we should have behind motivation. So Luza Ang, that is perfect. Migam, good content, Eric. Migam, I haven't seen you in ages. I've missed you. How are you doing? So I saw you on Instagram. Really nice photos. You're enjoying spring. Migam is a student teacher. I think you already graduated, right, Migam, this year? And she's also in South Korea with me. And yeah, Migum, I want to chat to you. I'm wondering what's going on with you. I hope you're doing well. Maria Costa, good morning. Hi, everyone. In Uruguay, it's freezing. Winter's coming. My regards. Oh, yeah, Uruguay is down south. Yeah, in the southern hemisphere. For my parents and my friends in South Africa, it's winter there too. Here in Korea, it's getting so nice and warm. And you guys know that I love summer. I love going to the beach. So I'm already making plans to spend a month at the beach, swim during the day, and in the evening, I want to swim. Wow, it's going so quickly by inviting some guests on. It's so nice. I'll quickly go through the comments. Actually, let's get another guest on. Who wants to join me and chat a little bit? I'm just going to read through the comments first because I'm a little bit late. But here is the link. You can join. If you want to join and just say hi, feel free to. We've already had Teresa and we had Aurelio. It was so nice. Okay, my dad says, so nice to be part of a global family of teachers, people who build the future of the next generation. Definitely, Dad. Rabia, how do you teach? How do you do, teacher? Please teach me. Sure. What do you want to know, Rabia? Actually, something's really been bothering me because, you know, I'm trying to make videos covering everything, all the topics I want to. But I realized I've never made a video how to teach English. So because that's basically what I want to do, but I've never made a video on it. So I've got a bunch of videos I'm working on now. This Tuesday, I'll bring out summer activities video. That'll be good. And then I need to shoot some videos. I'm going to bring out 20 websites for ESL teachers. I'm also busy with, I'm almost finished with the script for total physical response, 10 activities for that and explaining how it works and why we should use it. That will come out in a couple of weeks, but I really want to do a video on how to teach. I just need some time to work on that script. Sagittarius, I think my English teachers from state school and university never taught me speaking English. I have just been learning speaking and listening from online teachers like you. Oh, Sagittarius, that's perfect. Actually, you know what? That is the main reason, one of the main reasons I have my channel. And I felt the same in Korea too. While I've been teaching here, you know, my students, they are really good at reading and they understand grammar, but they've never really had a proper chance to practice speaking and use the language. So now in my classes, that's my focus, is just getting the students to talk. So I would teach the lesson, I would help them out, and then I'll be like, okay, this is the activity. Let's do this with a partner. And I love it. And I think we should really focus to that more, because teaching for test is important because that test can help them. But the benefit you have of learning and enjoying English and speaking it is way more than any test you would take. Okay, let's quickly go through this. Uida, happy and lucky we have an expert like you giving valuable advice in this field and helping from your. Thank you so much, Uida. I don't think I'm an expert, but I think it's just like Aurelio said. By learning all these things and making videos of topics that I'm thinking about, I hope that I can help some teachers out there. So hopefully I can make a series of videos and it can improve. I'm really excited about that. Thank you for that compliment. I really appreciate it. Asal, hi, Eric. How are you? I'm doing so much better while talking to you guys. I had a fun night last night and I slept in and I was a little bit tired. I was like, oh, I could really take a nap. But and then I started the stream and suddenly I got this burst of energy with our good vibes. Okay, let's see. I missed it then. Oh yeah, so check it out. It's not my best video because I had to do an interview, and during the interview I filmed myself. It was kind of nerve-wracking, and it was also summer, so I was sweating. I had a shirt on. I was like, please don't see this. See the sweat. Lizanne, hi, how are you doing? Thanks a lot. Asal, your live streams are very interesting and productive. I can learn a lot of things. Thank you. Oh, it's so nice. Asal and everybody here joining, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, if you want to join me on the live stream, you can join there. Or if you just want to ask a question, put it in the comments. I've got some, I had a question about modals that I'll have to answer a little bit further. a little bit later. Modals, I was thinking about it. I was talking about rules. Anyway, I'll think about it. Let's see. Maria Costa. Distance learning is very difficult, but for the first time in my life, I can work wearing pajamas. This is a positive aspect, I think. I think so too. You know, when we first started teaching online, I would sit right here and I would teach. I would have some coffee with me, and I had a fun time because I could really, you have to ask your students questions to get to know them, and you can ask them about their environment, and it was comfy. But after going back to class, there's just another energy you get from being with people. I think as humans, as animals, we're social creatures. We want to be with other people. Even though, sometimes we say, oh, I just want to be on my own. That's fine. We need to recharge. But ultimately, we're happiest when we're with other people with a common goal or, with similar values. So that's great. Ekai, hello. How are you doing? Hi, Eric. Puni. How are you, Eric? It's wonderful to listen to you from Sri Lanka. Eric, how to improve spoken English via online lessons? But the way allowing them to speak is wonderful. Definitely. I think a while ago, for one of my friends, he also has a YouTube channel, the English Danny channel. And he teaches English in there. And he asked me to do a video on how to help students prepare for online lessons. And I think what we should do with online lessons, it's very similar to class, but actually a little bit more. Let me explain. So before you have class, you can prepare your students for the next class by giving them a schedule of your classes, right? But usually we don't prepare our students to come to class unless it's something specific. Now, what I like to do with my online classes to get the most out of them is I prepare my students for it. So I tell my students, okay, guys, I send them a short video, or I send them a list of vocabulary, or I tell them, I want you to prepare this page for me. That way, when the students come to class, I don't have to spend most of my time going over it and teaching the things I need to teach. By that time, they come into class and they know exactly what's going to happen. That way, we can focus on the speaking part. I give them some examples, and then I spend most of the time where they can practice with friends to do it. And then you ask students, you pick random students to actually perform for you, and that way you can fix their speaking. Also, I think it's very important for the students to know that this is your focus is speaking, and that they have to improve that. There's no one that has to be shy or do that. Actually, I've got a really nice story for you guys. So last night I went out and I teach university students, and I was with my friend, and a student came up to me and he's like, hi, Eric. And I'm like very surprised, because sometimes students would just avoid teachers, especially in a public place where everyone's drinking. Like a bar or something. But he came up very polite. He's like, hi, Eric, how are you doing? And I thought, and I chatted to him, and I said, oh, that's so nice that you came to say hello. And obviously, I think, as a teacher, sometimes, we're very energetic, very talkative. But when I go out, I just want to relax and chat with my friend. But even though he came up, it was such a good experience. He introduced his friend and he went on his way. So I think we have to instill that into our students, that they have to try and be more social, because if they're more social and they know it's expected of them to speak, they are more likely to improve. Shashia, I hope that helps, Puni. I think that's okay, right? Shashia, assalamu alaikum. Hi, how are you? Shazia, I am great. I'm feeling so great after talking with you guys. I heard this funny expression. There's this other business YouTuber, and every time somebody asks him, how are you? And then he has one answer he always gives. He says, better than I deserve. And I thought, oh, that's so good, because we get asked this a lot. Need some kind of like catchphrase. Better than I deserve. Well, I'm not going to say that, because everybody deserves to be good. Yeah, no, I'm doing well. I'm working hard. It's almost vacation for me. It's summer here, so it's getting hotter. And at first I thought, okay, I just want to take a break. I want to go on vacation. But I realize now that this is an important time for me to continue working hard on YouTube to create videos and resources. So even though it might be my vacation soon, I'm getting myself ready to work very hard and to create some good material for you. Okay, let's go down. Oh, by the way, guys, you can just click the link there if you want to join me and just say hi. It says they join the live stream here and you can just join in. I wonder, oh, I can pin it here. Okay. Ekai, tomorrow will be my first day teaching English conversation. Wow, Ekai, are you ready? I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you're going to have a great time. Just remember, go in there, or start smiling and be active. Actually, so I told you before, I was thinking about, I want to write a script. I want to do a video on how to teach English. So a conversation class like you're going to do. And I was kind of running it through my head. What are the types of things? What are the advice? What tips will I give? Because I've made videos on activities and specific things, but I haven't made a video on how do you go into class and how do you do a lesson. So that's going to be a priority for me in a month's time. I want to make lots of videos on that. And I think one of the first things is you should be in a good mood. You should try and go in there and socialize with your students, because number one, you should be positive, you should be smiling, you should be energetic. You should actually raise your energy a little bit higher than you usually are, because you are modeling to your students what you want them to see. Also, you're creating an environment where they want to talk and they want to try and talk with you, and they should also have fun so that they fall in love with speaking English. So that's the first thing I would say, is that when you go into that class, be positive, smile, think happy thoughts, and then interact with your students, ask them questions, get them talking. I think that's the most important part of being an English teacher. It's a wonderful session. Thank you so much, Sajia. Actually, during the week, it's funny. I always go to the gym. You can see by my huge guns. Guns is slang for muscles, right? So I go to the gym, and at the end of my session of my workout, I would go on a treadmill. Or on one of those exercise bikes, because I hurt my knee, so I don't want to run or do too much cardio. So I go on an exercise bike for 10 minutes. And I usually have, because it's almost like meditating. I think running for a long time or cycling, it's almost like meditation, where you're just with yourself and you can think about things and the greatest ideas pop up. And so I had this idea because I was going through the live streams and I enjoy it, but I don't want it to become stale or boring for the viewers. So I had this idea to actually, I thought, why not invite, because I've had interviews with people for the whole stream, but I thought, why not just invite people to come and join if they want to. So I put the link in the comments. I'll put it in one more time. If you want to join and say hi, feel free. Otherwise, you can just ask me questions on the comments. So I was cycling and I had this idea, why not just send the link? And if people want to join, they can join, because there are so many fantastic teachers here with great tips. I feel a little bit sorry because I think with Teresa and Aurelio, I cut them down a little bit short. But it's because I know that the time is limited and I really want to read your comments. Okay, so Vanya, to learn and to teach culture that involves a language that we are in touch is always a good topic to bring up with students to hear we learn it. Definitely you bring up what's happening in culture, because, you know, even though if we are in a culture, that is what we are used to. But if by sharing that culture or by learning by other cultures, we're not only just, you know, improving our English, but we're also like learning about life and about other experiences. We're growing as humans, which is really fantastic, and I really enjoy that. Aman, your devices aren't connected, so if you join, you need to have You need to have your video on, you need to have a mic on, and a good connection. Okay, let's see. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm a little bit slow. Let me quickly go through the comments. Cheers from Mexico. Hi, Sergio. Uida, TPR, great video. That's going to be... I'm busy with the script, and there are some fun ideas that I was busy with the list of activities and writing the script, why we should do TPR. And I think it's going to be a really good video. I'm very excited for it. Rabab, hello, Eric. How are you? Pretty good. What is your country? I'm from South Africa, but I'm currently teaching in South Korea. How to teach grammar in context. Hochi, that is actually, my dad doesn't know this yet. My dad is helping me writing a few things. But so I've got a list of videos that I want to do. So I'm doing, the TPR video, the summer activities is coming out. I've got websites one, and then I want to do how to teach ESL. I want to do how to teach young learners. I want to how to teach phonics. Those are the ones that I'm planning to do in the next 2 or 3 months. But then after that, I really want to start focusing. On teaching specific grammar points. And that's why during the summer vacation, I need time to write those scripts, because I need the time to sit down, to focus, and I need to have enough content already made so I can just focus on that. So I will definitely get into that in the future. I want to actually make a list of videos on it. So I just need the time to work on that. I think that's very important. Grammar, I feel like many teachers, or even though the majority of my videos on my channel are focused on speaking and communication and conversation, I know that many teachers focus on grammar because it's important, and we want to understand the language to teach it to students. So I will definitely focus on it in the future. It's just going to take a while for me to go through all of it, but I'm very excited to do it. Yeah, you guys can see since I started my channel, I've really enjoyed learning. You could go and you could study. I remember I was studying for my master's in education, and I thought, oh, it's so fun learning, and I wish I could share it with someone. And now with these videos where I research specific topics and I find things to talk about and I share it, I really get a kick out of it. Private chat. Your voice is cracking, sir. Oh, really? Guys, is the sound okay? Thank you for telling me, Aman. Guys, can you hear me well? Thank you, Aman. Shajia, so how to deal with kindergarten group, how to the class more interesting, how to be more expressive with them. Make it fun. Lots of songs, lots of chants. Mike from Mike's home ESL has many chants. So you start the class with many fun chants. You play lots of games. You get them to be active. In the TPR video I'm bringing out, I teach a lot like how to properly do a fun Simon Says and how to do physical activities with your students. Definitely do that. And I will also be making a video on how to teach young learners in the future, but that's maybe a month or 2 away. So sorry for not being able to do that. Oh, I apologize. Sorry for that burp. Oh, now it's okay. Thank you so much, Aman. Thank you for telling me. Uida, you helped a lot and you still do. Thank you, Uida. Migam, yes, I'm trying to feel better from failing the exam last year. I started teaching English online to my cousin too. What happened, Migam? You failed? I'm sorry to hear that. It must be, it should be possible to retake the exam, right? It's never final. So yeah, I hope that you can take the exam again and that you do it. I was wondering why you were silent. Never be silent. Let us know how it's going. We all care about you and we want you to be happy. So please let us know how it goes. Ekai, hi Eric, how are you? Tomorrow will be my first day of teaching conversation one-on-one. I am freaking out. Please advice and tips. Ekai, I'm saying it wrong. Ekai, it's one-on-one. It's very easy. Make it about the student, find out about their hobbies, find out about what they like to do, find out what they want to do in the future. Get them to share about themselves, get their opinions on things, and then guide them. Because you're one-on-one, you're going to do a lot of speaking more than them, but try and get the students to either, to work with you, to speak more, to give their opinion. If they're very young, they can repeat some words after them. And the other thing is, because you're one-on-one with them, use physical objects around you. You've got your phone, and the phone has a million pictures and videos and resources that you can use, or use what is in there. You can use physical examples. Just remember, have a relationship with the students and use that use their experience to fuel your lesson. So that's very important. Good morning, Jean. How are you doing? Migam, I like learning languages, but when it comes to teaching, I'm afraid to make others like learning languages like I do. Migam, I think, yeah, you're fantastic. I like that you love learning languages. I think it's difficult. I don't know. You probably didn't mean it this way, but you said, I'm afraid to make others like languages like I do. So I think the source of the motivation should change if you try and make them do it the way that you like it. So, for example, if I like going to the gym just because, I like feeling good, my motivation is going to be different than someone that's training specifically for something. It's going to be different than someone that wants to get stronger. It's going to be different than someone that wants to purely lose weight. And so, but the fact is, everybody they're going to the gym or exercising or doing something healthy to improve their lives, whatever the motivation is. And it should be the same with English too. For us, it's not to give the motivation to our students, but it's up to us to let the students find their own motivation. We're just guides. We're just there to make learning fun and interesting for them. It's not up to us to tell them this is why you should. And guys, I see I'm very slow. It's 35 minutes. I'm so sorry. Let me quickly go through. Ikai, how to teach. Okay, for an adult, make it about their experiences. They've got a lifetime experience. Talk about their life. It's very easy. Come, Aaron, do you have some advice for teachers to interview to get a work in primary school? Thank you always. I really enjoyed all your videos and advice. Thanks a million. I think I did a video on interviews. So I was getting ready for an interview. Let me see. Where's that interview tips? Here we go. Actually, I did a real ESL interview, and I think there are some tips. In this, it's me, and I talk about the interview, what I'm doing in the interview. So check it out. Once again, it's not my greatest video, Cam, but I think there might be some good tips. Once again, it was summer. I was very hot, so I sweat a little bit. Asal, how do you to improve the IELTS school at home? Planning or self-study? Yeah, I think that's a difficult one. That's planning, just like you want to learn anything in life. Put time aside. Plan how you want to study, which books you will go through. This is just studying for a test, Asal. So you've got to dedicate yourself and just push through that work. Luza Ang, I learned English because I needed the language in order to work and carry on with my teaching and early years in London. Then when started to work at school, someone mentioned to me to start teaching Spanish in London. So my teaching of languages started there. Started teaching as an early years teacher. Luza Ang, that is so interesting. Thank you for sharing that with us. Sorry, I'm so slow, guys. Can you give us some English resources I can use to improve my English skills? Jean, I'm working on a whole series on how to improve your English skills. That will come out a little bit later. Most of the videos I have now is just for teachers, but maybe later. I'm already working on it with my dad. He can tell you about everything we're doing. In the future, I'm going to bring out a lot of videos actually for English learners. Puni, of course, Eric, wonderful. Luza, better than I deserve. I like that. Petrus, hi, Eric, and hi, everyone. Glad to be here, gathering with teachers. Excellent to have you. Sergio, tomorrow is my first class as a volunteer ESL teacher, leading sessions to my colleagues in a hotel. I'm so excited, and thank you for having you for. Oh, that is exciting. Sergio, let me tell you, make it fun. Let them talk about their experiences. Make it practical, and they will enjoy it. Aman, hello. I see you. Help me. I want to join your Zoom class in free for learning English. Well, this is not for learning English. This is actually for teachers to talk about teaching. But thank you for joining, Aman. Sylvania, I'd like to know the content of the conversation too. Which conversation are you talking about, Sylvania? I'm not 100%. I'm camera shy. Actually, I want to join Sagittarius next week. Join me. This is not a request. This is a command. You have to join next week. I will put it out again. We're almost finished. 5 minutes left. I need to go through it. I'm here in Korea too. Actually, I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. Please give me some advice. Where should I start? Well, start off by taking a paper and writing down, asking your student that you're going to teach. Ask them first. You're going to find out who they are, what they're doing. You're going to ask them about their past. You're going to talk about their future. You're going to find out what they want to learn. Make it about the student, Ekai. And wow, welcome to Korea. Are you up in Seoul? I'm just outside Daegu in Korea. I'll start teaching next week too. Wow, everyone's doing. I'm a very positive person, enthusiastic. I love that, Sylvania. Okay, I'm doing a little bit faster so I can read everyone. Sorry, I'm so late today. I'm having so much fun though. Gregory, hi Eric, how are you? I'm worried my students aren't improving their speaking skills. The obvious reason would be that they don't speak English outside of the academy. Any advice on, and you from Bupyeong. Hi Gregory, nice to have you. I think, well, you can give them some, maybe homework, but I would rather say you should give them some instruction, some goal for them to achieve. So I've said this before, maybe tell your students that they should try and tell their mom a story, right? Tell them, okay, I want you to prepare a short story for your mom, and I want you to tell your mom, and then next week when you come back to class, I want to get your feedback. What did your mom say? So tell your students they have to tell their mom a story about what they did during the day, and then they should give back, because or they should talk with a friend in English. They should have a 1-minute conversation with their friend about their favorite movie, and then come back, and they will have fun with it too if they can get excited about these challenges you give them, and that's actually a really fun way to start your next class. I like this idea actually. So you give these students these challenges to improve themselves. And then when they get back to school, maybe they'll be so excited to share these ideas. Guys, write this down. I like this challenge idea. Sometimes I have some good ideas while I'm teaching. Maybe it works better in my head, but I can see it working practically. Where at the end of class, write on the board, say, okay, everyone, I want you to have a conversation with another classmate outside of class during the week, with your brother, with your parent, or I want you to do a quick talk about a pet or your favorite animal, and then come back and practice it. So I think that instead of calling it homework, call it a challenge. Okay, from Bupyeong, Uida, sounds all right. I'm from India. Good to see you, Aman. Galina, it would be wonderful if you teach grammar points in contrast, past perfect. If you are interested in this idea, I think your viewers will send you lots. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about that, because actually, even though I teach a lot and I go through it, I still don't feel like grammar is my strong point. I go through it, obviously, I teach it. And that's why I need to go back and study and then make videos. Galina, I will definitely try and make something about this. And maybe I will ask some experts that are really good at grammar. It's not my strong point, but maybe by learning about it, I can teach it better too. So that's why I'm excited. Merudis, I'm teaching phonics in first grade, but I want to learn more, and thank you for your videos. Merudis, I really want to do some videos on teaching phonics. I think it's very important teaching phonics to young learners. Hi, Eric. I want to say thank you for teaching videos. I find them very helpful as the new English teacher. Debbie, thank you so much. Any advice on how to get very shy middle school students to speak more? I only hear my own voice. Gregory, what I do is I let the students interview each other, and then I tell them to introduce their partner. What did your partner say? And because it's not about them, they kind of let go of that shyness and they talk about their partner. So let's say, for example, the topic is, what do you wear? Say, okay, I want you to look at your partner and I want you to tell them what you're wearing. So look at your clothes and then tell your partner what you're wearing. And then your partner has to tell us what they're wearing. And then you can have fun. You can, you make it interesting for them. But yeah, so take the focus off of them for a little bit and let them share something about someone else. And that might be easier. I've had a ton of shy students, and they have no choice but to talk in class. And also make it a habit of asking them questions. Listen, my students, they come into class and they barely make it in the door and I'm already asking them questions. Okay, Hochi, anyways, thanks for encouraging the students to read more English books. Anyways to encourage the students to read more English books, especially the ESL students. Yeah, I think giving them homework, you could tell them to do that. Tell them to find books on topics that they're interested in. Tell them to, yeah, it's so important. And hammer down, every class, tell them that the students that read more are way better than students that don't. So tell them to first find books that they like. You can also give them some suggestions. So maybe give them a list of things that they can read or books so that they know what to find and they can also check it off. That's another fun thing. If you've got like a checklist of books and you tell them, okay, I want you to read this many books, or I want you to find some of these books and try them out. By the way, Eric Cole passed away a couple of days ago. Very sad for young learners. I just loved his books, The Hungry Caterpillar. Or what is the other one about a fish? The big fish or something like that. So such good ones. Let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm very slow today. I'm actually going a little bit longer. What is the name of your YouTube channel, John? It is Etiquette. You can see it. There's the name under there where my name's supposed to be, Etiquette. Christina, hi from Athens, Greece. Samuel, Eric, how do you deal with disruptive kids? I've done a lot of videos on how to work with noisy classes. Let me quickly search for it. Noisy classes. I know sometimes people don't find it. Class. Here we go. Noisy class. This is just a way to deal with it. But I have another one with classroom emergency where it gets really bad. I think the best video I did on classroom management is actually called The Secrets to Classroom Management. Secrets. Let me just type in secret and quickly find it for you. Why are you so slow? Sorry, it's a bit slow now. But yeah, The Secret to Classroom Management is also good. Sylvania, you said that you're going to bring us conversation content in the near future. I am. Actually, so I shot 100 videos. I've already shot them, but I need to edit them. My dad is currently busy transcribing them, so he's writing it out. We're going to bring it out in a book. And then we need to edit the videos and put it out. It's going to be 100 videos all about conversation content for English learners. Saima, hi, good evening. I know I'm very late. It's lovely to have you, Saima. I'm going a little bit longer, guys. I just want to read your comments and then I'll say goodbye. Saima, next time, join me. I want to chat to you. Olivia from Sarosa. Hi, greetings from Micronesia. Wow, very interesting. Hi, Olivia. Very interesting finding someone from Micronesia. You're very welcome being here. Q King. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I just missed today's live stream. I just logged off from work and about to have dinner. I hope that you're well. Q King, wow, you're working late today. Okay, I hope you're doing well. I look forward to talking to you in the future too. You already explained that. Sorry, Sylvania. Okay. Saima, I look for a course like TEFL. Any suggestions? How long a TEFL course? What is the benefit? Saima, find the cheapest TEFL course and go through it. I did do a video on a TEFL course, but that's because I can make a little bit of money on the sale. But my advice is find the cheapest TEFL course, go through it. It does teach you a few things about teaching online, but actually, you know what I want to do? I want to do a series of videos basically teaching everything in TEFL courses and put it out for free, or just make my own course. But yeah, if you want the certification, go through the TEFL course. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's for the certification. You can find out so many resources online for it too. Olivia, you're great while teaching English, but I was transferred to teach my old subject, home economics. Wow, Olivia, I wish I took home economics. I need to learn more about running a household and cooking and stuff. I want to speak English like you, but please teach me. I'm in 10 class. I'm following you at least 3 or 4 months. Please, okay, Aman, in the future, I will definitely make more content for you. Thank you so much for joining. Luzang, usually I start a class with reading, a listening conversation, or 10 minutes activity. Really good. Brilliant idea, Eric. Thank you very much. Aman, glad that you, sorry, I missed that. Where did that go? That you teach me. Lai, hello, sir. Could you tell me how to improve listening skills? I hope you remember me. Lai, yeah, I do. I did a video on how to teach listening. It's in there. It's one of my popular videos. Let me quickly find it and I'll put it in. How to teach listening. I really like this video. Let me share it here. It's got some games and tips and ideas on how to practice listening, and you're practicing listening right now with me. Sama, some of the teachers in my school are serious about it. I think I am too. Okay, well, you can definitely do a default course. Teaching phonics will be. Okay, almost finished, guys. Just going to read the last couple. Oi, hi, hello, Soleil from Argentina. Luciana, I really like your videos. I tell my teachers to watch them. Thank you so much, Luciana. I really appreciate it. Puni, thanks, Eric. That's me. Almost 40 minutes it is. Thank you so much, Aman, for watching. Sergio, you did it, Eric. I did. Making students speak outside the school is very important. It's true. Giving homework, which is interesting to do as assignments, or by reading books. The goal is very clear. It is crystal clear. And Greg says good night. Guys, thank you so much. Teresa, thank you so much for being the first person to join the live stream. Everyone, have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Thank you, Merudis. I'll see you guys next week.